in this mass shooting. 19-year-old Zion Tay Palmer faces a very long list of charges. They include 3 counts of second-degree murder in the shootings of 5 women last night. Almost exactly 24 hours after the gunfire, people there are still trying to come to grips with everything that has happened. 24 hours ago, from this moment right now, at this spot right here, a horrific event took place in the city of Norfolk that has shocked this community and city leaders. And then they could do, man, he just got shot them execution style. They was walking up for work, you know? Kids was out here trying to help them. This is a neighbor who doesn't want to be identified, but she heard the shots and ran to help. I got to go out here and try to help somebody, you know, and I peeked out my back door. He just was execution style. Here's what happened. Police charged Zion Palmer. Eyewitnesses say Palmer shot his girlfriend in the shoulder as she sat in the car. Then, as her mother, Nicole Lovewine, was approaching the car, he shot her and her friend Dee Brown, killing both. Another neighbor, Sarah Costine, responded to the gunfire. She was shot and killed. One of her friends was shot and taken to the hospital. 3 dead, 2 injured. Another eyewitness account.
The vehicle pulled up, and the one lady got out of the back seat, and the gentleman shot her. And then he approached the mom and her girlfriend and shot them. And then 2 neighbors were trying to try to help. He shot them too.
Yo, YouTube, what's going on? Trey back again to hit y'all on the video. Hope y'all are having.
All right, man. So, y'all just heard, you know, what happened in Norfolk. Actually, it was walking distance from where I was born at. You know, I was born on Carrot Park, and this happened in Youngs Park, and you know, sadly, you know, my heart goes out to the families for their loss, and you know, I pray their strength, you know, that they can get over this horrendous situation. But I want to say this. This young man who committed this crime, he was 19 years old. You didn't know that because I couldn't let you hear the whole situation, but if you want to look it up, you know, you can get the whole scoop on you know, with all the details if you want, you know. Just look up, you know, man kills 3 women, shoots 5, and it'll pop right up. Or just put Virginia in there and it'll pop right up. So with that being said, this young brother was 19 years old. He just graduated high school last year. So if he graduated high school, I guess it's safe to say that he's used to taking direction and correction. He's used to some type or some form of discipline, because if he wasn't, he wouldn't have made it to the 12th grade to graduate, right? All right, so these young ladies, or these women who chose to intervene with what was already going down with this idiot and his emotions, or whatever it was he was going through, I really feel sorry for them. And I just want to say that, especially for the Muslim lady, I just want to say that I feel, man, I feel sorry for them. But at the same time, it's like, who runs towards a bullet? If it's your child or something being assailed, or your child is, you feel your child is in harm's way, nothing's going to stop you from getting to your child and making sure that your child is safe. It doesn't mean that you're going to save your child. because none of us are made of Kevlar. We not bulletproof, so whatever shots that you hear that's going off, whoever it hits, it's nothing that you're going to be able to do to stop them bullets from coming out that gun. So unless you have a firearm of your own or some type of protection where you can retaliate in a I would say a reasonable manner, because not having a gun or bringing fist or peace to a gunfight is not reasonable at all. It's not reasonable by a long shot. And this is the problem that I have with religion. So what's religion got to do with this? I'm going to tell you what religion got to do with it. 3 women were murdered. 5 were shot. One of the women that was murdered, she was a Muslim lady, as you can clearly see. I can almost guarantee you that if that woman was still alive, she would tell you she felt protected by Allah. She felt that being as though she was doing a good deed, or being as though she was a believer, that no harm would come to her if she's doing a good deed. Now, we all would think that that would make perfect sense, wouldn't it? Especially if the entity that you subscribe to or that you believe in tells you that once you take me as your savior, I will make your enemies your footstool. You protected and all that type of stuff, man. Clearly, we are not protected. Clearly. All right? If you read Isaiah 45:7, it clearly tells you in that verse, which is supposed to be God's voice, God tells you that he creates evil and makes peace, and never once does he mention Satan. I say that to say this. If you wonder why we not protected like we should be, and why you have to conjure up little sayings to make you feel better about the fucked up shit you see going on around you that you can't explain, like the good die young and all of that old bullshit. Look, man, this God that we serve, or that they tell you to subscribe to in that Bible, tells you out his own mouth that he and Satan are the same individual. He and Satan are the same entity. I can't make this up. I didn't write it. Get mad at me. I don't give a good goddamn, man. Read it for yourself. Isaiah 45:7. Read it for yourself. You wonder why you're not being protected? Because maybe that day God wanted to be the devil. I don't know. I'm just telling you what the fuck is in the book they tell you to subscribe to. That's what's in there, and that's what the fuck it says. Read it. Read it for yourself. We not protected. We not protected. How do babies get murdered? How do babies get raped? I thought the Bible says that God watches over babies and fools. That's what it say. Who come to save your black ass when you in cardiac arrest or you need CPR and shit, who comes save you? Paramedics. Who are the paramedics? Humans. If you being assailed, if you need to be saved out of a burning building, who comes save you? Fireman. What's the fireman? Human. Right? Why do these entities that you can't see get all this credit for the shit that you do or don't do, or the decisions that you make, whether they're good or bad? We make decisions. We breathing on this motherfucker. You understand me? We breathe. We live. We walk in this motherfucker, okay? We have to take accountability and responsibility for what goes on earth. Ain't no spirits building no buildings. Humans is building buildings, and some of them are dying in the process of building buildings and bridges and things of that nature. It's not a spirit that's doing it. Now, you can tell yourself that it's a spirit that's giving us the strength to do all that, and that's fine. I could more so agree with that. But what we not going to do is blame something that you can't see for the shit that you do. That's what the fuck we not going to do. We ain't going to do that. We ain't going to do that. Not as adults. You got to take responsibility for some shit. All right? This young lady, a few of these young ladies made decisions that I'm pretty sure they figured because they was doing a good deed that they would be safe from. But they wasn't safe. They wasn't safe. You know why they wasn't safe? Because it's up to us to save us. It's up to other human beings to save human beings. Now, her idea, her way of thinking as far as somebody could be hurt, that was all right. But her approach, the way she went about it, bringing nothing to a gunfight or having no protective gear on, was all wrong. Now, you can tell yourself, oh, well, if it's your time to go, it's your time to go. Well, if she stayed her ass in the house, would it still be her time to go? Ask yourself that shit. Yeah. Oh, you know, God put it on her heart. What, to die? To go out and die? You really think that lady thought she was going to die? I guarantee if that lady thought she was going to die, or if you telling me that lady thought she was going to die or knew she was going to die, she would have fucking went out there. So you can tell that shit to somebody dumb. You know? Somebody that don't know how the human mind works. You know? Y'all can tell yourselves whatever the fuck you want to tell yourself to make yourself feel comfortable about the bullshit that you can't explain. But I know what it is. I can see very well, and I know what's going on around me, and you're not going to blindside me or try to manipulate me into thinking some shit that's obviously false or some shit that you obviously can't prove. You teach these kids Santa Claus gonna get them this, Tooth Fairy gonna leave them money under the pillow, this and that, and then later on you tell them that, oh, all of that was, son, it's not actually a Santa Claus. We buy your presents, if the kid couldn't find it out for themselves. You tell them all of that shit that you told them was a lie, Easter bunnies and shit, right? That's a lie. But the lie that I want you to continue to believe is Jesus. And anything else that you can't fucking see, that's what I want you to believe. All the other shit that I lied to you about, That wasn't real anyway. That was all for fun. That's a white lie. A white lie. That's what that was. We call that a white lie. But Jesus is the truth. Jesus will protect you. And you will be saved as long as you put all your trust and belief in him. An entity that you never saw, an entity that you never met, an entity that if you were asked to prove that this entity exists, right? In a court of law, you would fail in doing so. Because in the court of law, they base things off of proof, right? Off of scientific facts, not emotions and things that you believe. What is a belief? What is a belief? A belief is something that is unproven. God damn it, look it up. Don't just talk. Know what the fuck you talking about, man. Religion, a belief. A belief, something unproven. You want to get free? Huh? You want to get out the court? You want to get out of court, right? Unscathed? Well, you got to prove that you didn't do what they're accusing you of doing. You got to prove your innocence, right? Now, go your ass in the court and prove beyond a reasonable doubt that something you can't fucking see exist that ain't win, motherfucker. Prove that. But see, you want to demonize everyone else that don't believe what you believe when they're coming at you with facts and you can't answer the shit. These people are dying out here. Babies are fucking dying out here. And you telling me God is in control. Well, with a friend like that, who the fuck needs enemies? What is you talking about? I shouldn't even be able to get through. I shouldn't even be able to get through this video without getting struck by lightning or some shit for the blasphemy that I'm spewing out my mouth right now if it's bullshit. Huh? If you can prove any of what I'm saying wrong, prove me wrong. Show me how children is protected if they get raped and molested. Show me. Prove it. How is women protected if they get raped and murdered, motherfucker? Show me. Show me. How are these black men protected if they getting their brains splattered all over the fucking place? And by the same people. No. We're killing each other as well. That's what makes it even worse. But even more so by, I'm not going to say more so, but even so by the people that are sworn to protect us. And the bad thing about that is, when we kill each other, we go to fucking jail. Huh? When them pigs kill us, they walk free. See how easy we make it for them? They don't even have to kill us no more. They don't have to. Ku Klux Klan out of business. They done traded that shit in for, police uniforms and badges, y'all. Y'all lost in the sauce, man. Not all police are messed up. Not all of them. But if you took that oath and you a cop and you watching this, when you see your fellow officer doing some grimy shit to a citizen that you know don't deserve it, I bet you you won't make your fellow officers stop. So how the fuck are you a good cop? If you allow that shit to happen, how the fuck are you a good cop? Mr. All cops ain't bad. Right. Maybe they're not. But if you see some shit and you allow it to happen and you worried about your job and losing your job and all that old fuck shit, yeah, okay. You a good cop, all right. Real good. Real good cop. You know, this is a, oh man, yo, this is a crazy situation, man. They talk about, you know, just the fact that a young man, you know, whatever, of all the things he could have did, you know what I'm saying, he was snapped like that on 5 women, you know. But let's just go over this before I get up out of here, man. For the females out there, I just want to say this: you got certain signs. I maybe can't think of them all because I didn't write them down off the break. But let's go through what I can remember. For the most part, if you have a man that gets upset, right, when other men look at you, take these things into consideration. We're talking about red flags now. That's the number one. If you've only been talking to a brother for no more than a week, you ain't gave him sex or nothing like that, and he talking about, man, I think I love you. Red flag. Red flag. Okay? If a man overly keeps tabs on you, like even when you were at work, hey, what you doing? When you red flag. Red flag. Nigga know you at work, like red flag. You know what I'm saying? If he gets upset when you want to go hang with your homegirls or family members, or when your family members come over to the house, he act like he got a fucking attitude, red flag. Red flag. He's a controlling. He's overly emotional over the slightest things. Any little thing ticks him off. Red flag. You can't tell me that some of y'all out there ain't seen some of this shit in these niggas and y'all just override it like it ain't really nothing, man. You can't do that. You can't overlook this shit like it don't mean nothing. It means something, okay? These niggas, man, look, it's sad, but I mean, I feel like this. In a relationship, nobody should be getting that upset or be that emotional. But if somebody gonna get that emotional, it should be the woman in the relationship, not the man. God damn. You got that emotional? And look, you can't, look, certain nigga, you can't. When niggas start showing you these signs, you gotta make these niggas wait. If niggas start doing this shit before you even have sex with them, no sex, none. Cut that shit out. That nigga gonna snap. He gonna snap. And if you got kids and shit, thank God this lady didn't have no kids or the kids wasn't in the car with her. Now, a motherfucker want to come take your life and you got your kids with you and they see the motherfucker that's taking your life. What's going to happen to your kids? What are you going to do to your kids? Man, look, I don't know, man. I don't know what to say. We got to make wiser decisions. And this don't just go for men. It go for females too. These are signs that men can look for in females too. It might not be as drastic, but you never know. It just lets you know that, hey man, you might want to, reconsider this one. Shit. That's all I'm saying, Shit, man. 3 women dead. 2 shot. Where was the divine intervention? Ain't no gun jam. Just all bam, bam, bam. All, everything just work out. Guess it was a time to go and shit, right? Time to go. The good die young. So when you live to be old, you a piece of shit. You're evil. You're a bad person. You know why? Because the good die young. That's what y'all tell yourself. The good die young. Your grandmamas, your mamas, they living over 50, they ain't shit. You know why? Because you motherfuckers tell yourself that the good die young. Black Dr. Phil, and I'm out.